Other interesting political news, you have a Democrat named Jamie Raskin. He has a plan to stop Trump even if he was duly elected after the upcoming election. Now, this comes to us thanks to DC Drano, which he says, quote, Representative Jamie Raskin says Congress will stop Trump on January 6th using the 14th Amendment and create civil war conditions. These uniparty sneaks are the greatest threat to our country that's ever existed, and they won't give up power without a fight. And usually say what the people in the video have to say is infinitely more fairly lying, but in this case, not so much. Not too much further ado.
What can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody and civil war conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all of them, but...
Interesting how no one on the right has attacked Biden. When you ask them, what do they think of Biden? They say, well, he's an old man. He should probably go retire with the family, have some ice cream cone in a nursing center. And yet, the other side is literally shot and attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. Caused $2 billion of damage, property damage during the George Floyd summer love riots. Yeah. And the police on January 6th who opened the doors and guided people through the building. Interesting.
But these justices who have not many cases to look at every year, not that much work to do, a huge staff, great protection, simply do not want to do their job and interpret what the great 14th Amendment means. And I'm glad that Sherilyn's creating her new center so we can bring that.
And this is pretty valid. Got 1.4 million views and 28,000 likes. One of the first comments coming from Planet Memes, finally with a meme. The Planet Meme says the Uniparty rather is evil. Can't pronounce today. Again, another friendly reminder to click that subscribe button, as it does help me with my speech. I have that theory. When I first started the show, I had no subscribers, very few, if any. And believe it or not, my speech was worse. I spoke mostly monotone, way too fast, yes, faster than now, and mispronounced darn near everything. But as I've gained slowly but surely more subscribers, my speech has become a little bit more articulate. A couple of folks might argue it's just a modicum of improvement. However, I believe it's improvement nevertheless, and it's because the increased subscriber count. So if you do me a favor, click that button. I will someday have the experience of going through a whole show speaking perfectly articulate. That's all older I know, but someday it may very well might happen. Now again, Planet Memes has a picture of a snake with 2 heads and says the Uniparty, and one head is the Republican Party, one side is Democrat. Got 411 likes. Now you also have Wall Street Apes, who says if we had real federal law enforcement or real military, these people would have been arrested or tried for treason a long time ago. Instead, every institution in America has been captured by deep state installed puppets. You have 1.3 thousand likes. Also, on that note, it's kind of concerning when you have a majority of government employees being very much one-sided politically. Not good for the country. Joe Riley says, I'll defeat Raskin. He won't be anywhere near the House floor. The threat was abysmal enough, but his smug, arrogant confidence in his being reelected is either proof that he's out of touch with my district, or the fix is in and he's just exposed. Help me fight this evil, getting 513 likes. Recall Katie Hobbs says Obama fantasizes constantly about triggering a civil war, but if he could do it, he wouldn't have shipped 20 million unvetted illegals at the last 3 years. Getting 152 likes. Scrolling down more and more. Capitalist Mike says our own government has become the greatest threat to our own survival. There is only one way to fix it, and the left is doing everything they can do to ensure it happens. Getting 199 likes. Which, I mean, the best way to fix it, go out and vote. Again, the rate at which Americans vote in the United States is abysmally low and disappointing. The greatest mechanism for change in the United States, peaceful protests, the actual, ones with good old Hobby Lobby card stock, as well as going to the ballot box and casting your vote. And also knowing the actual person, not just voting down party ticket, especially for Republicans, because there's so many rhinos out there, pejoratively known as Republican in name only, where they say Republican, but it comes to what they stand for, their voting patterns, not so much. You have Getting Trump November now says he is also constitutionally illiterate, as most of them. They want the 14th to reflect their views, not reality. DJT has never been charged with insurrection. They just use it as a pejorative. True, getting 342 likes. Well, now we have Craig Chamberlain saying, quote, anyone else notice our leadership is seldom talks about the will of the people anymore? Getting 654 likes. It's a rare thing for them to actually, I mean, we've paid so much in taxes. What have they done for us? I would love to see that list of bullet points for all we pay in taxes. And yet our roads are still mostly terrible. And a lot of our money goes to countries most Americans can't point to on a map. Yeah. Matthew J. Show says Marxists do what Marxists do, getting 230 likes, quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see, is this the mechanism they use so that if Donald Trump does win the election, they just oust him the next day? I mean, we've never seen this type of lawfare in our lifetime. I mean, at this point, I would say nothing's off the table in that regard. And I wouldn't be too surprised if they're already trying to put up barriers and trying to, if Trump does win, try to limit his power even more than ever. But let me know in the comments, do you think this will be an effective mechanism that they utilize if he is elected? Or do you think we'll even get to that point? Let me know, because as always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.